So the main focus of this video is complementary colors, and I have to go into a little bit of color theory here to explain complementary colors, but I'm going to show you how complementary colors will help you make your tattoos stand out a lot more and will help you give you contrast so that your tattoos make more sense. So in order to understand complementary colors, you have to understand that you have primary colors and secondary colors, tertiary colors, which tertiary is just a fancy word for mixing three colors together, and so on and so on. So your primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. And these are your primaries because you really don't mix colors to make red. You can make a red orange, but you're not mixing orange or yellow to make red. You start off with red and you start off with yellow and blue, and then you mix your other colors like orange, violet, and green. So you want to download a color wheel. There are several different kinds of color wheels. From your red, yellow, and blue, you can mix secondary colors and tertiary colors. But what we want to look at for these complementary colors is a color wheel that's like this. And you can see that there's these arrows here that go straight across on the color wheel, and most color wheels are set up like this. So for complementary colors, you want to look at colors that are across from each other on these color wheels. So for red, you can see if you go straight across, your complementary color is green. And for purple, you go straight across and your color is yellow. And then with blue, you have orange. Now, you can go straight across and that gives you your complementary color, but it will also work if you go straight across and a little to the left or the right. So orange is blue's complementary color, but if I wanted to, I could also go with a yellowish orange or a reddish orange that will still be a pretty good complementary color to this blue over here. So you can go straight across, but you can also go a little bit to left or right on your colors and still have them be complementary. One of the reasons why this works is if I cut this color wheel in half, what you would get would be your cool colors, and these are your darker colors, your blues, your purples. They have a cool feel to them. So on this side you have your warm colors. These colors feel very warm and lively. Your yellows, your reds, your oranges are very bright colors, in contrast to your very cool colors on this side of the wheel. So when you put those next to each other, you have a warm and a cool color next to each other, which gives you a lot of contrast, because this color will stick out more than this color. They just have this natural relationship to where it will brighten this color, make this color look a lot brighter when it's put next to this color. So let me show you some examples of that. And I picked up and printed out a symbol that a lot of people should recognize. It's the Superman symbol. Now these are your regular colors for a Superman symbol. You have blue, red, and the yellow. Now The reason why this works is because you have your cool color, blue, right next to red, which is a warmer color, and yellow, which is a bright, warm color. So this works because you have cool colors right next to warm colors. But if you wanted to make this stand out even more, what you could do is do a purple right next to a yellow. These are complementary colors to each other. Or you can do red and green, and you can notice if you look at, say, football teams and sports teams and any logos, you will see a lot of these combinations of colors because they stand out. Purple and yellow, Lakers. You have these bright oranges and blues, and they stand out so people see them. And with a logo, you want that to stand out. With tattoos, you want it to stand out so people see it a mile away and see how awesome that tattoo is. This works because it's warm and cool colors, so it's all about contrast. It's putting different things next to each other to get them to work. If you have a drawing with a lot of texture in it and you want to make something stick out, do something that doesn't have texture right next to something that has a lot of texture, and it will stand out. Now you can see this one right here doesn't really stick out like these other ones do, and the reason for that, the reason why this one isn't as great as these other ones when it comes to seeing it and seeing the contrast, is because you have a cool color right on top of another cool color. There's no warm cool contrast here. It's just two dark cool colors that don't stick out. This is something you want to pay attention to when you're doing tattoos and you have something that you want to stick out in front of your background. And you have to look at your color combinations to do better tattoos. Let me show you something here. And the reason why this works a lot is your red roses with your green florally, your green leaves and things like that in the background. Because these are contrasting colors, this will make this rose pop. And so you want to use this. Or if you did a blue rose, you would use yellow. Contrasting color will make it stick out. If you do a dark blue and a dark purple rose, it's not going to stand out. It's going to be very plain and very dull. Contrast will make your tattoos look a lot better. You can have dark and light. Real simple is black and white. High contrast. And that will make your image show up better. Another contrast is warm and cool. Textured, non-textured. All of this will help you create a tattoo that sticks out. Here's a problem that you're going to run into with colors. And with your different brands of colors, this is one of the issues that comes up. So our primary colors are red, blue, and yellow, and we can make green, orange, and purple from that. But with our tattoo inks and with colored pencils, everybody likes to come up with these funny names for everything, and they like to mix their own colors. So for Bloodline we have Blisterine Yellow. which is kind of a bright yellow. And then we have a golden lotus, which is more of a yellowish orange. But neither one of these is yellow, just plain yellow. So if I mix this yellow with a red to get an orange, I could get any combination of orange. Because if you look at these Starbright colors here, and even this Bloodline color, with their reds, I have a light red, a knucklehead red, a crimson red, and a scarlet red. So what I would do is try to find the closest color to red as possible, one that has not been tinted with another color. I want to just get plain red if I'm mixing these, or I want to mix these and see what they look like before I use them and do a little test on them. You can even see with our blues here, Sonic Blue, Blue, Blood, and Dark Cobalt. So what we actually have here is light blue, blue, and dark blue. So you're going to get a different color mixing this blue than you would with this blue. You see, especially with purples, if I mix a red and a blue together, I can get several different colors from this combination. These are all red and blue, but let's mix them up and see what we get. And to further complicate things, you have colors like China Pink and then colors like Ass, which I love this color, but it's not really, the name doesn't represent the color, not on a color wheel. So you have to get used to your inks and find colors that you can mix, but some of these colors you don't want to mix because you're going to get an odd color. So these are all blue and red, but I'm going to show you the different combinations of color we can get from this blue and red ink. Let's use a crimson red, and then a drop of blue from these different blues. So you can see from mixing those reds and blues, we have this light violet color, a darker purplish color, and this bluish purple color here. More of a navy blue. So 3 different colors from mixing the same combinations of blue and red. So that's something you have to be aware of.